Hello everyone. So in this video, I have explained timers in JavaScript. So let's see what is timer. Timers are generally used when you want to call a particular function after a specified time. For example, you would have seen that when you open a specific website, some pop-ups appear, maybe pop-ups of advertisement appear after a specified time. Okay, you can implement that kind of functionality using timers. So let's say how to use timers. Now, to use timers, first of all, we use a function called as set timeout. Okay, and the first argument that goes inside a function is the function name that you want to call. And the second argument is the time after which you want to call that function, okay, in milliseconds. So second argument is time in millisecond. Okay, so that's the function that we use to implement the functionality of timers. Okay, let's understand it with an example. So I'm going to create an HTML document here. Okay, and here in what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a div with id equals to, let's say, special, and I'm going to put an h1 tag inside, and I'm going to say today only, and I'm going to create a paragraph, and maybe two shoes for $10. Okay, so I created a div that will display today only two shoes for $10 under a border that is in red color. Okay, now I want to call this div after 3 millisecond. Okay, so what I will do is I'll do it inside the script tag. I'll take it inside the script tag. I'll say I'll create a variable to store the return value of the function. So I'm gonna use this function set timeout. Okay, the first argument is the function that you want to call. So I'm gonna call the function called as show special. Okay, I have to yet create that function, and I'm gonna call it after 3 millisecond. Okay, now yeah, so herein I'm going to call it after 3 seconds, not 3 millisecond, but the value that you provide over here is in millisecond, okay? So I'm going to call that function that is show special. Let's write that function, and what do I want? I want to show the div tag. So I'm going to take a variable, and I'm going to say document dot get element by id, and my id is special, okay? And I'll just display this. So I'm gonna say special dot style dot display equals to block. Okay. Now these are certain things that you would have learned in HTML and CSS. Okay. So so what I'm doing again here is I'm calling a function after some specified time. Okay. Let's decorate this special, that is this div. So to decorate it, we'll make use of CSS. So I'm gonna use the internal CSS here. And here I'm gonna say ID. So ID is targeted using a hash. And I'm gonna say first the display is none, okay, initially, and then I'm gonna just put a border over it. So border, let's say solid red and 2 pixel. Okay, so what it will do is it will highlight the function. So let's run this and check. So I'm gonna run this. Okay, so see, after 3 seconds, this has popped up. Okay, let's run it one more time. So I'm going to refresh this. 1, 2, 3. See. Okay, so that is what our timeout function do. What does it do? Again, it will call a specific function after whatever time you provide it over here. Okay, so if you would have seen sometimes the images um, are displayed one after the other. Okay, or many times what you see is advertisements, they popped up after a certain time of surfing the website, so you can use a set timeout function over there. Okay, I hope you have understood how to use the timers, and whichever function you want to call, you're going to provide the first argument, the time you're going to provide as the second argument. Let me know if you have any question. Please feel free to send me emails. Thank you and happy coding.